Factory fallout. Who's the next rider at risk of landing on Privateer Island? Hey everybody, Walty, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's bar-banging topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new moto videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these crazy moto times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight as we blow the lid off professional motocross and supercross. And this is a big one. In fact, I'm going to ask this on the community page of the channel. So if you're new, please subscribe and jump into the community page. We got some good polling going on there. We're revealing a lot of stuff as we're forward thinking, critical thinking, blowing the lid off the politics that have now taken over this sport. And let me just tell you, somebody came up with brands and teams that were designed to blow the lid off the industry and go against the grain. It's been my honor and privilege to do so. And the realities are this, friends. Let's not sugarcoat this. I remember this very specifically. As an industry guy, I remember Triple X. Who do we have? We had Damon Huffman, ex-factory rider. Tim Ferry, ex-factory rider. Larry Ward, ex-factory rider. Tons of ex-factory riders would land on Privateer Island. That's just what happens when you're not ready to hang up the boots and you need to pay the bills and you need a ride. You go with the best offer you can find. And we're seeing that happen like wildfire. A lot of ex-factory guys going to satellite teams because they need a ride. They need to keep racing. This is a tough situation. Let me just tell you, friends, like I said, when I was in the industry and we started working with a lot of ex-factory riders coming to Triple X and riding for our team, but we were one of the top, if not the top privateer team in the pits, probably equal to the caliber of like a Moto Concepts, who I believe is probably one of the better satellite teams, if not the best in the pits, but we were way cooler than MCR. Sorry, MCR. We were moto meets punk rock, cool, and we're cool. I know I got a lot of viewers right now that remember me from the industry in my Triple X days, as I was the merchandising sales manager for all our merchandising that we had around Triple X. And then I launched and was the creator of MotoStar clothing and worked in and around the industry again with a lot of riders there, ex-pros or ex-factory guys and privateers alike. But the realities are, that was happening in a recession. We were in a recession in that era, and a lot of times what happens in a recession, you start throwing stuff overboard. Well, guess what happens in a recession this go around as we're entering into another one? Factories are going to start throwing dudes overboard. No one is safe unless you are really going out there and lighting it up. If you're a wobbly rider, you one bad race away from Privateer Island. So who's next? Who might we see end up on Privateer Island? Well, let me just make another bold prediction right now. I predict this coming 2023 Supercross season is going to be insanity. We're going to see riders. We're going to see riders basically that are going to be, their careers will be toast. We'll see others emerge as the rising stars. But I believe we're going to see a lot of rider turnover. I believe we'll see people walking away from contracts. I believe we'll see teams just straight up firing riders. Gone. And the realities are this: there are a handful of riders, and I want to know what your guys' thoughts, and I will poll this. I will ask once I see your comments of who you think is at risk of landing on Privateer Island this year. We will poll that. So please leave a comment in the comment section below. But the realities is this, friends. I believe we are going to have some factory fallout this season in a big way. I believe budgets are going to shrink big time this year. We're entering into a recession, friends. I don't know if you've realized that. And it'll trickle into the moto industry in a big way. Shoestring budgets in the moto industry. Let me just tell you that. Teams are one hiccup away from a tailspin, and they are going to throw people overboard. We already see people and we'll go ahead and start our list off with Justin Barcia. I believe he is the next rider at risk of finding himself on Privateer Island if he's not careful. And Gas only has Barcia as a 450 rider. They have a bunch of 250 riders, but I don't know. Gas, I think's in a little bit of trouble. And I think Barcia, he's always fallen short. He's come in with a lot of hype. He comes into the open round and wins it like all the time. But then something happens to the guy. He falls off the pace. Now, because of social media today, he's got Bam Bam TV that's doing pretty well. Maybe Gas is like, yeah, he doesn't put in the results, but the media loves him, so he can still sell a lot of products. He's a good image for, who knows? Like, that's the politics behind the sport. But I think Barcia, my friend, and I love you, Bam Bam. I just want you to know that I think we need more Bam Bams out there. I don't think this is the time to sugarcoat it and ride like a sissy out there. I think it's time to go trade paint, big bars. This is moto. The politics of the industry now, trying to fine riders for cutting somebody off. Dude, what about when Pike started punching Vince Freeze in the middle? Like, this is insane. So that's the type of sport. This is a high-flying, high-octane sport. And this isn't really a gentleman's sport. Let's just cut to the chase. This isn't golf, right? Even though a lot of the guys out there like to play golf, which is probably one of the reasons that we're in this challenge that we're in now with finding people for acting like motocross riders. Act more like a golfer. Insanity, this stuff. Absolute insanity. I can barely wrap my head around what we're unpackaging. But the reality is this, friends. We're going to see a lot of factory riders on Privateer Island this year. I believe Barcia, you're at risk. We're already seeing Dino. You're there. You're on Privateer Island. We've got a bunch more. Mookie, I don't know. He's kind of wobbly. I believe Mookie could be on Privateer Island if he's not careful. Nichols, this is it for you. If you don't make this factory Honda ride work, you are Privateer Island guaranteed. And there's a lot of privateer teams now that won't even touch a lot of guys. This is a risky season for a lot of factory riders. This is going to be make or break. You do not have a bad season right now. I believe 2023, if you're a factory rider and you have a bad season, you're at risk. You are on the chopping block. There's never been a more important time in moto history if you're a factory rider to make it count this season. You better make it count in a big way. Cooper Webb, what do you guys think? That, oh no, Cooper Webb could never end up on Privateer Island. He's got a Supercross championship or two or whatever he's had. Yeah, probably. There's probably still some factory teams, but don't make no mistake. If he doesn't deliver, I believe KTM's going to out that guy. He's going to go somewhere else, and he might just retire. We might see him retire. Like, I don't know if he would be willing. It's probably beneath him to go ride for a satellite team, and that's going to be where a lot of these riders are going to eat humble pie when the only ride left is a privateer ride, and they thought they were the creme de la creme, above being a privateer rider ever. Mark my words, you're going to see a lot of riders have to face the music and decide, do I want to keep racing or do I need to retire because I can't get a factory ride anymore? Stay tuned as I blow the lid off of every single season. Will be an insane season. You're going to see a bunch of factory riders fall to the wayside. This is the biggest season in history for anybody on a factory ride. If you don't deliver, you are at risk. It's going to be insane. Mark my words. Stay tuned as I continue to blow the lid off the moto industry, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media link, email in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me. If you enjoyed this video, another video is going to be coming into your screen I think you're going to enjoy, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today, and I will see you on the next video.